Hello, hello, hello. I just wanted to come on here and talk for a few minutes about the state of affairs and things that are going on right now with the virus and what might be going on in your area where you live in your state. The first I'll mention the mayor of Atlanta. She has now taken things back to phase one. They are officially back on lockdown. They Are you kidding me? They're officially back on lockdown. Unless you need something, she doesn't want you going out anywhere. Restaurants can still do their pick up and go. And other than that, unless it's for essentials, she doesn't want anybody out. I don't know. I haven't heard anybody complain yet, or people saying, "Oh, my civil rights are being infringed on." I haven't heard of any reports of that, but I'm sure that there will be some people protesting about that, when she's trying to save lives. Now, remember, she last week tested positive for the coronavirus herself, as well as her husband and one of her three children. Her children are all three of them are asthmatic, so that's kind of a problem too. I myself have asthma, so I know how that is, as well as to autoimmune diseases. So I'm high risk, for the coronavirus, just as I believe the children are, especially having asthma. I think the high cases, because the cases are going up and up and up in Atlanta. Another state that seems to be out of control right now is Florida. Now, this is just my opinion. I think their cases are going up and up and up because, everybody wants to go to the beach. Everybody's having cabin fever. They don't want to stay in. I'd rather stay in and alive than go out and take my chances of possibly dying. I mean, that's just me. Then another state is Texas. Texas seems to be doing pretty bad. I think yesterday or the day before, I think they got their record breaking 11,000 in a day. And I didn't know. I saw this. This is really interesting. I saw where they were doing the test, and I was wondering how they were testing so many people at one time. And it was literally like an auto body shop where, you pulled up and they tested you right there, took your temperature and tested you, did everything right there in your car as you pulled up. That was very interesting to me. I'm seeing things now that I just never thought I would see in my life. So this is very interesting. And yet you have number 45 walking around saying, we're doing better. And the reason why all these other people, their numbers are going down is because they don't have the test kits. And, saying stupid stuff like, if we stop testing, then the numbers will go down. Idiot, of course they'll go down. Because if we're not testing, we wouldn't see how many people have it. The man's an idiot. Total idiot. He wants these schools to reopen, and the cases are going up. It's getting out of control. We are number one in the whole wide world of cases. This is ridiculous. Land of the free, home of the brave, and we are being beat by other countries in the coronavirus. Are you serious? So he's an idiot. I'm not going to say, well, no, I'm not going to say what I want to say because it wouldn't be right. But, until somebody well, somebody next to him has had it. His darn aides, the people in his campaign, his darn son's girlfriend. So you can't make me believe that the son doesn't have it, and I'm not so sure that 45 doesn't have something. As a matter of fact, I believe he probably does. I digress. In my state, I know we are. This is just wrong. We're not allowed to go. Well, I won't say we're not allowed. Philadelphia isn't too welcoming of the people from my state because our cases are going up. We're doing like 300 a day or something like that. And if we do go to that state, we have to quarantine in a hotel for 14 days. So basically, you know, don't go to Philly. Me for myself, I'm used to being quarantined because I was quarantined from the beginning. They started quarantining me in January. I got a fever, no explanation. I wasn't sick, didn't feel sick. Reason why I went to the doctor is because I had a fever and I didn't know why. So they quarantined me. And at the time, you know, I didn't know anything about the coronavirus, and I don't think many of us Americans did. So they put me on quarantine. I quarantined for 14 days. I was fine. Then I started having like 2 weeks later, I started having breathing problems. Went back to the doctor. Excuse me, I got a drink. Went back to the doctor. Everything checked out. You know, my chest, everything, didn't have any symptoms other than I couldn't breathe. So, quarantine again. And I never questioned the doctor about it, but it just seemed weird to me. Why are these people? I've never quarantined. I mean, what is going on? So, quarantined again. And then next thing you know, this coronavirus thing is going around. And I'm like, what? So now I understood why I was being quarantined. And then what happened this time? I don't even know what happened the third time. But I was quarantined again. And at that particular time, I just didn't care. And so when things started getting bad, when we were told to stay in and all that. But none of that affected me because I had already been doing that. I did, when I did, even though I wasn't in the beginning, I wasn't too sure why I was being told to quarantine. I did, my niece, my nephew know to keep the kids, let them know, that they can't be, running in and out of my room, and they needed to get what they needed in my room that they might have left because, they're always leaving something in here, their phone, their, whatever. So, and I told them that, to just keep them from around me, which, I mean, they're older, so they're old, they're not little kids, but so quarantine has been my life since before it became a big thing. Interesting enough, I found out that I was talking to another one of my doctors, and she told me that her daughter and grandchild were diagnosed with the coronavirus in November. And that floored me. So doctors weren't really, they were just telling us what to do, but not telling us why. And I think that's probably because they didn't know what to tell us because they didn't know what to do. Now, this vaccine, I hear there's a vaccine that they've developed. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking any vaccine. Look, I don't even, like I said, I have asthma and I have 2 autoimmune diseases. I don't even take flu shots or pneumonia shots. And my doctors have a very big problem with that. Well, so what? I have a very big problem with flu and pneumonia shots. So I don't take those. So I'll be doggone if you were going to give me a shot that you just invented last week for a virus that keeps spreading, that's probably mutated into something else by now. No, thank you. I don't want it, and I'm not taking it. So I will be joining the protest on that one, on that issue, because I will not take it. And if I was anybody else, I wouldn't. All this stuff going on, I'm not into all the conspiracy theories that people have, but I'm not. This is one conspiracy that I'm got my eyebrow raised. No, you will not be shooting me up with anything. So that's my little rant on the virus and the things goings on with this thing. I'd be interested to know, what's going on in your state and how do you feel about a possible vaccine? Are you suffering from cabin fever? Are you ready for your children to go back to school? Which I think is ridiculous, but 45 is pushing for it. Just, leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you really feel. This is the Empress Blu-Lotus, Oye Ma'at. And I hope everybody enjoy your day. And thanks for listening.